Hey guys, this is Scott from the Forgot to Wrote podcast, and welcome to another one of my rants. That's right. If you know me personally, you know I can rant sometimes. I get passionate about certain topics and certain things. I just have to express them in a very ranty type manner. Sometimes I might seem angry because sometimes I am. It's just because I'm a very passionate person. So today we're doing a Last Jedi rant. Now some of you might be thinking, oh, Scott didn't like The Last Jedi? Wrong. This rant is about the people who didn't like The Last Jedi, because I loved it. It was great. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but guess what? I like to be surprised by a movie. If Star Wars every time went exactly the way I thought it was going to be, I'd stop watching. But the fact that they decided to just take all my expectations, kind of throw it out the window, I kind of like that. I feel like everyone who's upset about that, which is what this whole rant is about today, I feel like the audience who was upset about their expectations getting thrown out are people who can't accept change. That's right. I'm calling you all out. Learn to change. Star Wars changes. Everything changes. It's part of the universe. Okay? Get over it. So, I was looking on Rotten Tomatoes. That's when this whole thing kind of started. I've been feeling this for a while, ever since I heard that the critics gave it 90%. And I'm like, oh, I was ready to yell at critics. I'm always ready to yell at critics. I love yelling at critics. It's my favorite. But this time I have to yell at the audience. My fellow members of the audience, of the everyday community, who just go to the movies and just watch it for enjoyment. And for some of us talking on podcasts and YouTube channels. But anyways, the audience gave it a 49% rated. And so I had to go and check this out. I was on Rotten Tomatoes and I was reading some of these negative audience reviews. And there's a few common threads I found among some of them. And a couple points I can agree with. A little bit. Just a little bit. I can see why you're upset, but at the same time I think you should get over it. Because it's a fictional universe. It's all fake. Star Wars doesn't matter. I love Star Wars, but it doesn't really matter. If Star Wars went away tomorrow, if all Star Wars got deleted tomorrow, guess what? The world would still go on, people. So all you people who are like, Last Jedi just needs to be taken out of canon, they ruined Star Wars, blah, blah, blah. Y'all need to get over yourselves, because it's a movie. It's entertainment. And if you weren't entertained by it, that's fine. I'm not telling you you had to be entertained by it. You are welcome to your opinion. However, don't go trying to tell me that it was a bad movie. Because I liked it. You can't tell me what I like. I'm not trying to tell you what you like. You know, even though you're wrong. That's right, I said it. You're wrong. I'm kidding. No, maybe I'm not. Who knows? Come at me. We'll find out. Maybe. Don't. Actually, I don't want to deal with that conflict. Anyways, back on topic. My whole point is that movies are just meant to be enjoyed. And if you didn't enjoy it, why would you want to, hang on to that negativity of not enjoying something? When I don't enjoy something, guess what? I move on with my life. I get over it. Which might seem a little ironic because I am ranting right now about something negative. But this is how I get rid of some of my negative energy. Okay, I make content. That's what I do. But anyways, the negative reviews from the audience. So a few of the points, like I said, that I saw, I could agree with. I was a little upset they didn't answer a few questions from The Force Awakens. There's a few ways they treated a couple things that I would have chosen differently. But I also didn't spend $200 million to make a movie. So guess what? Disney, Rian Johnson, you can do whatever the hell you want. Because I don't get the money to do it, and I'm glad you're spending it. And all I have to do is spend $20 at the movie theater to watch it, okay? So all you people who complain, I just want you to think about that next time before you're upset about how a movie turned out. Just maybe think about, if they didn't spend the $200 million on this movie, I wouldn't have got nothing, because you don't have $200 million to spend on a movie, because guess what? If you did, you would be making movies instead of complaining about everybody else's. That's right. You don't hear celebrity movie makers complaining about it because they're doing better things. They're making movies, not watching movies. Okay? So if you're upset, like I said, you're welcome to your opinion. Just don't tell me that my opinion's wrong, okay? Because I loved it. But anyways, we're back to a couple of things. I'm sorry this is all over the place, people. My rants are never organized. They're always over the place. Get used to it if you want to watch them. You don't have to. You can end it. Please don't. I like views. I like viewer retention. But anyways, back on topics. Some of the negative things I found that I don't really agree with at all, that I think people are just being babies about and writing negative things to write negative things. And so a few of those things were, let me just get my notes here because I wrote a few things down. So the fans who want it removed from canon. Save up $10 billion, buy it from Disney, and then come complain to me about what's canon and what's not, okay? Once you spend the money to buy Star Wars, then you can complain to me about what's canon, what's not, okay? Get over yourselves. True fans were the ones who were like, that's one of the things I've kept seeing is all the negative reviews, like the really longly written negative reviews were like, real Star Wars fans won't like this. And I'm like, I'm a real Star Wars fan. I'm a real person. I like Star Wars. I'm a real Star Wars fan, and I liked it. So get over yourselves, people. Just because I haven't read all 200 EU books, that's extended universe for the average person, you know, the ordinary people who don't spend all their time reading EU books written 20 years ago that have really nothing to do with Star Wars. They were just Star Wars fantasies by random people. That's why George Lucas let them do it, because he was like, I can't do it if I can't come up with 200 books. He barely made the movies. Okay, people? Like, I love George Lucas. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying, he's not the god everybody thought. He came up with a great world, I agree. But he's not a god. He can't make 200 books. Not a lot of people can. And they're not always good. Anyways, the EU, if you're a true fan, if your definition of true fan is someone who read all the EU books, well, guess what? Get over yourselves. George Lucas didn't read them all. The inventor, that's right, I guarantee it. You can ask him. He's not read all of them. No one's got time for that. You can't run a business, a multi-billion-dollar business, which he doesn't run anymore, I know that. But back when the EU books were written, he was running Star Wars still. And you can't run Lucasfilms and Industrial Magic and Light and Magic. That's right, he had a couple different businesses he was running. You can't run that stuff and be reading 200 random fan-made, because that's what the EU is. It was fan fiction before fan fiction was really a thing. They're just allowed to do it. They let anybody do it. Anybody could write an EU book. But now Disney has a little thing called criteria for, and that's a good thing. We don't need 200 EU books. I'm glad there's already too many books that Disney's put into canon that I can't catch up on. So the true fan argument, just no. Next. I already mentioned the unanswered questions. I kind of agree with you guys on that. But at the same time, again, you pay for a Star Wars movie to be made, then you can be upset about the questions they didn't answer. And then the plot, there's a lot of things about plot and plot lines and people saying there's plot holes. I think you just didn't understand it if you think there was plot holes. Watch the movie. It has a start, a middle, and an end. That's a plot. And I read this one line that just, wow. Okay, so I'm going to just read it verbatim for you guys. It says, plot lines in this movie were only existed so that the characters have something to do. That's all a plot is. That's all any story is a set of things for characters to do. Otherwise it wouldn't be a story or a plot. It'd be nothing. It'd be your life. Guess that's right. That's right. I called you out on it, critics. I called you out on negative people. What? I don't get it. Plot line. It's a story. It's a Star Wars story. We got one. Just be happy. I don't mean to tell you how to feel. I'm just telling you all to stop telling me how to feel. Stop rioting. Stop petitions. Because guess what? It's useless. All your all your negativity is useless. It's not going to change their mind. They made more money than you will ever make on this one movie, and you gave them more money than they're ever going to give you. So either I think either suck it up or shut up. Yeah, but this has been my rant about the negative reactions to The Last Jedi. I'm sure any of you who are among the negative folks gonna have some kind of reaction to this video, and you can be sure to let me know in the comments below. I might just delete it if I feel it's stupid, but I have that power. This is our channel, so. But if you didn't manage to make it to this point, thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, got a couple laughs, and I hope you guys get that this was just completely not serious at all. I don't care. Star Wars isn't real. Get over it, people. Live in the real world. Have a good day, everybody.